Good day everyone, my name is Benoît Quesson and I'm a sonar scientist in the Sonar and Acoustics department of TNO. TNO is the Netherlands Organization for Applied Scientific Research. This short presentation is about sonar as a tool to prevent fish bycatch. I will first explain briefly how sonar is used at the moment by the fishing industry. Then I will define the problem of bycatch and talk a little bit about the discard ban coming in Europe soon. I will talk briefly about selective fishing and then about the advantages of sonar classification. So currently in the fishing industry, sonars are mainly used for detection of schools of fish. Two types of sonars mainly. Forward-looking sonar. So when I say forward, it can also be omnidirectional, as you see in the picture on the left. So with this type of system, you can see at what distance and what heading your schools of fish are situated. For a second type of sonar, downward-looking sonar, mainly multi-beam echo sounders, when the ship is passing on top of a school of fish, it is possible to estimate its size and its depth in the water column. So the only problem with the current sonar systems is that it's not possible to classify pelagic fish species and sizes at a distance from a ship. So when I say classify, it's just be able to identify the fish species or the fish size, if it's undersized or not. Since it is not possible to identify the fish species and size, as a consequence, undesired fish species are caught. This is called bycatch. Mixed schools are caught. Mixed school means that more than one species of fish is caught in the same school. Undersized fishes are caught. And discard of fish, which is throwing back the fishes in the sea after a catch, with as a consequence the adjustment of the quota as a compensation. And of course the waste of time, energy and effort for the ships and the crews. So the discard ban in Europe is coming soon. I quote the European Commission website, the link is at the bottom of this slide. Fish with known high survival rates should be identified and released alive back into the sea. All other fish caught would be landed and counted against the quotas. So the plan is coming into action pretty soon, starting in 2015 with pelagic fishes and gradually adding more species until 2019. This has of course severe financial impact for the fish industry because of the landing of all the fish caught and these fishes being counted against the quotas, meaning they can catch less good fish, let's say. Also the plan starting in 2015 brings a lot of time pressure on the fish industry in order to develop or put into action possibilities to identify the fishes or to be able to select them. Two categories of solution exist for selective fishing. The first category is mechanical, so working with smart nets, traps and releases, fish wheels, etc. As an example, it is possible to play a bit with the mesh of the net to be able to let the smaller fishes go and keep only the bigger fishes. It is also possible to make some release at the back of the net. So when it is identified that the fishes in the net are not the species or the size that are desired by the fishers, that the net is open and then the fishes are released. The second category is working with sensors, so not directly interacting physically with the fishes. So first type of sensor is a sonar for classification. Some classification algorithm exists for downward-looking sonar, but for forward-looking sonar it is not commercially available yet. Another possible option would be to install some cameras inside the net and couple it with a mechanical system, such as a release, for instance. I will list some advantages of sonar classification, but first, why is it possible at the moment? Because of the rapid development of sonar sensors and the technology, this allows more affordable, higher resolution and higher frequency diversity, which are enablers for fish classification. So the sonar classification allows fish species and or size identification at a distance, and this is very important, prior to the catch. So this means no mechanical interaction with the fishes, and then no mortality or extra mortality due to any interaction or catch. So TNO is working on fish classification, but I would like to ask you these questions. What tools would you use to reduce the bycatch problem? And how would you identify fish species or estimate fish sizes from a ship? If you have any suggestions or answers, you may want to post a comment after this update or on the Sonimo group on LinkedIn. Thank you. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention, and if you have any extra suggestions or comments, please feel free to comment on this update or on the Sonimo group fishery on LinkedIn. Thank you.